Welcome CAD community. This is Cian Amor, and I'm a second-year landscape architecture student, and I'd like to introduce my guest, Brandon, who is a project manager and landscape architect for Cal Poly. So thank you so much for joining us today. I will start off with a few questions. First question is, what was your college experience like?
Oh gosh, well, I was a transfer student coming in here. So I came in as a second-year landscape architecture degree, and it was an exciting time because that's when CAD was coming online aggressively as a piece, but yet we were all utilizing our hand and drawing techniques. We used to joke all the time that we were the all-star team because there was just so much talent in our class, up above us, below us, and integrated with our class here. We continue to challenge each other and set milestones and benchmarks, and it was really a fun kind of experience.
That's awesome. Could you share more about your career path and how you ended up in your current role?
Well, my career started very early. I was fortunate enough to get in an internship while I was in my fourth year here at Cal Poly. So I was able to work locally with a landscape architecture firm, and that really made me grow professionally. Just challenged myself as a student and as a young professional. Shortly after I got my degree, I was again fortunate enough to stay and jumped on a local firm here in San Luis Obispo. I worked about 7 years at Wallace, and then I transferred over to Rick Engineering, which is another multidisciplinary firm, and that was shortly after the Great Recession. And so it provided some additional opportunities, as well as moving from a lot of the private land development type of construction and design over to more of a public works focus. And then I actually became a boomerang, and I then came back to Wallace Group for 4 years and became the director of the landscape architecture department, where I was able to build and grow a team of local professionals and interns from Cal Poly, and we were able to continue to work on a variety of different projects. I kind of had a itch to try something completely different, and I was working at Cal Poly at the time, and when the project manager position came available, it was kind of a leap of faith. I again mentioned working for civil and multidisciplinary firms. I was able to expand my skill set and growth, and challenge myself to take a project manager role. So while I'm here at Cal Poly as a project manager, I'm able to work on a whole variety of different projects. This area was a place on campus where there was turf removal to conserve water, and so we were hoping to improve the aesthetics, as well as one of those main kind of entries, as well as exits onto campus along College Avenue and Campus Way. Today, this was during a rainy day, and in the picture to the right, you can see that it actually is performing quite well. This is a very large rain event we had this past season, and it was exciting to see that we actually built something that performed exactly as planned. Yeah, so this project, interesting enough, was one that I started right out of college. And at the time I was working for Wallace Group, and we handled the schematic bridging documents for Poly Canyon Village. And being so kind of a fresh student out of college, it was exciting to be part of a team that they actually utilized my intel, as well as familiarity with the campus on trends and what student life and culture was like. It was really fun to be part of that project team and bring that project to life. And then also tying to that project was Feed Mill Walk, and this was a project where I was the project manager of, and it's a pedestrian and bicycle pathway that connects Poly Canyon Village to Campus Market. So utilizing some of my landscape architecture experience and hand drafting, this was a project where we wanted to improve and enhance the existing gateways and entries onto campus. There was funding that was there, yet people were they were concerned about what we were actually implementing. So able to quickly hand draw and draft and help people visualize helped shepherd this project along. So another project I was blessed to work with was the Legacies Courtyard, and this was actually a student design project. And so I took those drawings and got them bid ready and worked with the contractor to implement these. Worked closely with the college and delivered a project that was within budget and a great enhancement to an area that definitely deserves it. What else? Oh, and then beach volleyball complex was my largest major cap project I worked on, and we evaluated and looked for a location for the beach volleyball complex, and it found a home here. It was a very tight site for what we were proposing, but we were able to make it work. And this was the home opener, which took place early this year, and you can see the excitement and all the people that were able to attend that. At night, we have site lighting, so we can hold night events, which nationally there's not many facilities that offer this. And so Cal Poly would kind of, I would say, probably has the best or close to the best beach volleyball complex in the nation right now.
Awesome. So what are the benefits of being a project manager? And do you prefer to work in the office or out in the field?
Well, I guess I like, I would say both. The benefits of being a project manager is, again, being part of that overall process from the beginning parts of a project all the way to the end. If it's in the construction, I'm out in the field a lot, which is really, really exciting. I do like getting my boots on the ground and being part of that whole phase. I mean, as a designer, you do work a lot of time in the office, and you do site visits, but when you actually have the opportunity to build and be part of that construction process, it's really, really fulfilling. And to be able to see a project from the conceptual level and take it from, essentially they call it cradle to grave, from the beginning design all the way through the construction process, it's just an exciting opportunity.
One more question, and that's just, what advice do you have for students to prepare for professional practice?
You want to stay focused on things that you're passionate about. My focus early on in my career has been all recreation type related projects. Those are the ones that really get me excited. And that being said, I've been able to work on projects such as trails and corridor improvements, improving parks, as well as building parks for developments. And those are things that I'm really excited about, and that, as well as excited to go back to and see people enjoy. That was kind of the projects that kept me getting out of bed every morning and really be excited to see continue to grow. So so that's one of those examples of where, I have been very passionate about kind of recreation and athletics, and been able to continue to attack and stay focused to that goal, and see those projects come to life.
Great, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Those are all of my questions. Again, thank you, and I know that this interview will definitely help.
Thank you. No, I appreciate the opportunity, and this is was excited to be part of this this interview.